We're here back at the Fantasy Bar Tuesday on tap. 6 of my favorite plays for you for a big slate tonight on FanDuel and DraftKings, including a couple guys I think are way too cheap. We're going to get a stack started for you. A starting pitcher that has been phenomenal in a great strikeout matchup and a beast of the night that has absolutely been on fire. Who are we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Tuesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Good to be back in the Fantasy Bar once again. Thank you, as always, for stopping by, hanging out, and checking out the video. Before we get into the plays of the day, you know the drill. Take a second, click that thumbs up button. Thank you in advance for that. Helps us out tremendously here on YouTube, so greatly appreciate that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. Ton of great content, information, just an overwhelming source for you. If you are doing any sports betting, check it out today. That link in the description of the video. All right, let's get into it here. We gave you our leadoff play already in the intro video. If you missed that, check it out over on Twitter and on our RotoGrinders YouTube page. All right, let's dive into our second hitter. We're going to go to the outfield with Hunter Renfroe of the Angels. So good spot here for the Angels. Definitely think they are stackable here tonight with these power righties in the lineup. Love this spot for Hunter Renfroe. Off to a fantastic start once again against left-handed pitching. Kind of made a career out of this over his years in the major leagues. 240, the ISO this season against left-handed pitching. That wOBA way up at 405 to open up the 2023 season. And Matt's certainly a guy that we want to pick on here. wOBA over 400 allowed. Two righties giving up a ton of hard contact here as well. Loves to throw that sinker. Renfroe has mashed against that pitch. ISO in the 500s against the sinker here. So great matchup here for Renfroe. Great stacking possibilities as well with the LA Angels. All right, let's give you some flexibility here. Second short outfield, Kiké Hernandez of Boston. So to me, one of the better values on the board tonight is Hernandez here. 5 multi-hit games for him now over the last 10. Gives you that nice combination, gives you some power, gives you a little bit of speed, and has a wide variety of ways he can put fantasy points on the board here. Now, start this season against lefties. Not as good as we've seen out of him in the past, but you look at that batting average and balls in play, way down at 208, so been very unlucky to open the year. But we know Hernandez, strong track record against left-handed pitching, so it's only a matter of time before he gets it going. Kikuchi has had issues with power, 40% fly ball rate, 40% hard contact rate. Numbers are a little bit better this season against righties, but over the years has really struggled against right-handed hitters. I like Boston, I like Hernandez as a great value option on both FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, let's get you a starting pitcher next. We're rolling Hunter Brown of the Astros. So this youngster really finding his way here. Been very, very impressive to open up the season. Over his last 4 starts, we're talking 7 or more strikeouts in 3 of those 4 starts, giving us 25, 30, 33 DraftKings points over those games. In this matchup tonight, you gotta love it. The Giants very strikeout happy, and you'll get a nice balance of righties and lefties out of this lineup. Some pitchers, that would be a concern. Brown has been flat out dominant against both sides of the plate. Under 300 in the wOBA for both. ISO's way down there here as well. Has not given up a ton of power. Is really limited the damage there. And we talked about the strikeouts. Doesn't get any better than a matchup with the San Francisco Giants at this point. Highest strikeout rate in all of Major League Baseball at over 26% against right-handed pitching here. It's a shame last night Garcia was in a good spot. Had to leave that game early. I think Hunter Brown picks up the pieces here tonight against the San Francisco Giants team. All right, let's go back to the bats. Another value I like here is first baseman outfielder Pavin Smith. We're going to give you a beer gut play here. We haven't done that in a while. What does that mean? A guy you just feel good about. You know, a lot of the negatives on him hitting down in the lineup, hasn't been great lately. All that's going to do is lower the ownership here. So whether it's a one-off play, you want to get a little creative with your Arizona stacks against John Gray. A lot of options here for Pavin Smith. The guy's been great. Second on the team with a 440 wOBA. ISO up there 265 against righties. And John Gray has been awful against lefties to open the year. wOBA over 400. ISO at 250. And our power mix there as well at 38 and 41% to left-handed hitters. Pavin Smith, our beer gut call of the day. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. All you got to do, make sure you click that thumbs up button. Head to the comment section. All you got to do is guess fantasy points on FanDuel tonight for my highest scoring hitter. Doesn't have to be necessarily even be the Beast. Can be any of these guys. Whichever guy produces the most. Don't even have to guess the name. Closest guess in fantasy points wins themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Chance to check it all out behind the scenes. All right, let's wrap this baby up my favorite play for Tuesday night. You know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time, we'll get one more here. We started with Minnesota in our intro video. We're going to close with Minnesota here as well. Outfielder Byron Buxton, tonight's Beast of the Night. Talk about locked in. Byron Buxton absolutely in fuego right now. 4 home runs for him over just the last 5 games alone. We've seen this a lot over the course of his career. Some say hot streaks aren't real. Take a look at the history for Byron Buxton. I have to strongly disagree with that, so let's stay on the Buxton train here. Been great against righties to open up this season. ISO over 300. Woba nearing 400 here. Kopech been horrible against right-handed hitters to start this season. Woba way up at 446. ISO 271. Look at that hard contact rate, 57.5%, and he loves to throw the fastball. Bad news here against this Minnesota team. Specifically, Byron Buxton hits that pitch extremely well for a ton of power. I think the home run streak continues here for Byron Buxton. Easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it here for Tuesday night in the Fantasy Bar. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter on FanDuel for your shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck on tonight's slate. We'll take a couple days off. Be back again on Friday. Go win some money. Thank you so much for hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar and checking out the video. We'll see you on Friday.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist